Hi, this is Ron from Off the Charts Games. We're going to take a very quick overview of heavy-duty strategy game Tzolk'in and what it means and how to play it. Basically, Tzolk'in is a very heavy-duty game where you're going to have numerous ways to score points, and your challenge will be to figure out how to score points more effectively than your opponents. Each player, and this is a game for 2 to 4 players, by the way, each player will start the game with 4 wealth tokens. You'll take a look at your 4 wealth tokens, you'll select 2 of them, you'll discard 2. These will be the resources that you actually start the game with. You'll start with some corn, maybe some wood, maybe some stone, and maybe a point or 2 on one of the technology tracks or on the temple track. What you're going to do then on your turn is you're going to place 3 workers. Every player starts with 3 workers, and you have your option. You can either place workers on the wheels or you can take workers off the wheels. You cannot do both. It's one or the other. So in this case, where green has all 3 of them off, they might want to go here, here, and here, and you must always play on the lowest numbered spot on any given wheel that you play on. Once you do that, then after everybody has played, the wheel spins, and then everybody starts their second round of actions. What happens now is as you take things off, you get a chance to grab the resources, and it doesn't cost you anything. It costs you corn to put guys on the wheels, doesn't cost you anything to take them off the wheels. What you gain is resources. This wheel is where you gain both corn and wood, both which will be valuable for building things and feeding your workers. Over here is really a wheel where you grab resources: wood, stone, gold, and one of the few places where you can get a crystal skull, which you will use later in the game. Over here, this wheel allows you to do a couple of things. It allows you to move forward on the technology track. As you move forward on the technology track, it will give you different abilities throughout the course of the game. You're going to want to move your workers forward on the technology track throughout the course of the game. It also allows you to build buildings. Buildings are here, monuments are here. You want to build buildings because you use the resources to build the buildings. The buildings all give you special abilities. They also give you points. So you're going to want to build these as quickly as possible. This wheel down here does a lot of different things. It allows you to exchange corn for spots on the technology or on the temple track. It allows you to change resources for corn. It allows you to get an additional worker. You can get up to 4 workers or 6 workers during the course of the game. And so you just move around this wheel. This wheel is where you grab a lot of points. You must have a crystal skull in your possession, and you must have a worker on this wheel. As it moves around, you can pick the spot where you want to take it off. It will give you points, and it will give you abilities to move up on one of the 3 temple tracks. The object of the game is to score as many points as possible. Points are awarded for moving up on the temple tracks, all 3 of them, placing crystal skulls over here, grabbing buildings and monuments, who will give you scores either during the game or mostly at the end of the game. What you're going to do during the course of the game is this wheel is going to spin all the way around. There will be 4 different times when the game will stop, and when each one of these colored markers hits the start point, at the first quarter and the third quarter, you will get resources based on how high you have moved on the temple track. It will also be a point where you'll have to feed your workers. Each worker costs you 2 corn for each of the 4 times that this wheel stops here. At the halfway point of the game and at the end of the game, points are scored for where you are on the temple track, and basically that's it. At the temple track, and you also have to feed your workers. At the end of the game, then, when it reaches here for the last time, you're going to look at your monuments and your buildings, and you're going to score points for the monuments, you're going to score points for the temples, and you've already scored your points for the crystal skulls on this track. The person with the most points after all that is done. Okay? This game is open and available for play at Off the Charts Games. Come in and play it. This is not a game I can explain in a couple of minutes. It's a big one. It's fun. It's cool. Thank you.